If you're a Christian coach or entrepreneur, you're in the right place. This is an important episode. The 4 things you must have to build a successful coaching business. I'm Justin Janowski, and I remember starting my first coaching business in 2012, getting only 1 paying client and going out of business within a few months. In 2015, I tried again. I got 3 paying clients, and once again, I went out of business because I felt stuck in figuring out how to grow my business. And then I got a mentor who taught me how to sell, taught me how to design offers, taught me how to market and find my clients. And when I relaunched in 2018 on my 3rd attempt, I did over $250,000 in revenue my first year in business. After that, a couple years later, I started working specifically with Christian coaches, men and women, to help them grow their successful coaching businesses. I know that you're here because you got a big heart for service, and I want to help you learn how to make more sales consistently in a really high integrity, loving way. Thanks for joining us on the podcast today and listening in. Today, I want to talk to you about the 4 must-haves to grow your coaching business. There are 4 things that you absolutely have to have in place if you want to make sales. Until you have the 4 things that I'm going to talk about today in place, you're going to have a hard time closing deals, attracting your clients, growing your income, and growing your impact. The moment, though, that you have these 4 things in place, everything's going to feel easier. You're going to be able to get results consistently when you have these 4 things properly in place. So this could be an episode that you listen to while you're driving or walking or running, and you just kind of take it all in. And if you do that, you might want to even listen to it a second time later. If you're sitting somewhere where you can take notes, this is a good one to take notes on. The first thing that you must have to build a successful coaching business is a clear mission statement. Your mission statement tells people who you work with, what problem you solve, and why it matters. This needs to be communicated with great clarity so that people understand when they hear what you do, exactly what you do. I want to encourage you not to be mysterious in what you do. Instead, to be clear, to be understood. Way more interesting to be understood than it is to be mysterious or interesting. And so what we want to do is make sure that you can communicate what you do in such a way that when the right person hears what you do, they're like, oh my gosh, that's me. Oh my gosh, this was made for me. That's what I need. And this allows you to become memorable. It allows you to be referred. It allows people to begin to find you eventually as you build this brand online so that people can come to you to buy. Now, you can build just relational. You don't need to ever have an online presence. But if you're going to have an online presence, having a clear mission statement is a critical foundational piece to this. And even if you don't have an online presence, designing your offers and learning how to communicate with your clients, how to network, how to share what you do when somebody asks is so important. And so you can jot this down if you like. You must solve a specific problem for a specific kind of person who's willing to pay to solve that problem. This is what your mission statement needs to be thoughtfully crafted around, what it needs to illustrate. Solving a specific problem for a specific person who's willing to pay to solve that problem. This is a huge win from a business standpoint. We can figure this out. The second thing you need after you have your mission statement in place is you need to design a signature offer. You need to have a specific way in which you're going to work with your most ideal clients. And by the way, some of you will have 2 or 3 signature offers. That's great. 1, 2, or 3 makes sense for most coaches. Usually less is more. For you, though, to have a specific program for how you're going to work with your most ideal clients is critically important. Super valuable and important for you to know exactly how long you're going to work with your clients. Is it a 3-month program, a 6-month program, a 12-month program? Important, of course, for you to be clear on the deliverables inside of your program. Is it one-on-one coaching? Is it group coaching? Is it live retreats? Is it online resources? Or is it a combination of these things? Figuring out what that offer stack looks like. And then, of course, we need to know what the value of the program is, what the price we're offering it for is, and what the payment options are. And so if you're making a checklist, this is the map of what we need around the signature offer. You need to know what the program is, who it's for, what problem it's solving, how long it is, what are the deliverables, how much is it worth, how much does it cost, and what are the payment options. Once you have the right signature offer in place, and by the way, you'll know that it's the right offer when it's an absolute win for your clients, and it's also an absolute win for you. We tell all of our clients to write this down too: win-win or no deal. Your program, your offer, it has to be a win for you and it has to be a win for your clients. If it's not a win for one side or the other, it's not going to work. It's not going to be sustainable. So you have to design the right offer. Without the right offer, you're going to have a very hard time growing your business. With the right offer, building your business becomes significantly easier. The third thing you need after the mission statement and the offer is you need to know how to find and attract your clients. How to find and attract your clients. And to figure out how to find and attract your clients means that you need to figure out marketing and prospecting activities. And we divide this into two kind of parts when we're talking to our clients. One is the long game marketing efforts that build your brand, things like a podcast or a YouTube channel or posting on social media, sending emails, building a website, writing a book. These are all long game marketing strategies, and they will build your brand over time. And if you do them consistently and you do them well over many years, people will be coming to you to buy. That's how you build your presence online. That's how you become known, is through the long game branding activities. The truth, though, is most of those things don't pay off in the short term for new coaches. And so it's really important for you as you're building your business in the early days as an entrepreneur that you also play the short game from a marketing and prospecting standpoint. The short game answers this question. What can I do today to make a sale this month? What can I do today to make a sale this month? That is the entrepreneur's question. That's the one that we have to answer. And by answering that question, what can I do today to make a sale this month? That tells us the activities that we should actually be taking action on a weekly and monthly basis to fill our calendar, to fill our client base, to grow our income and grow our impact. These short game marketing and prospecting strategies include things like reaching out to people in your network who fit your ideal client profile, getting referrals, networking, and getting yourself into environments where more of your ideal clients already are. And things like speaking or direct messaging on social media, if done the right way. Some people will also play the short game through ads and webinars and things like that, and we do that. That strategy is more complex. It's more expensive. I generally don't recommend the ad strategy until you're ready to lose $10,000 learning how to run ads, because it is a big project. It's expensive, takes a lot of work, takes a lot of testing, takes a lot of trial and error and turning the dials. So if you've got more than $10,000 that you're ready to use to learn because you've already built a successful business, then you may be ready for ads. If you haven't done that yet, you're probably not ready for that strategy, but the other ones can work. So you have to identify what are the right short game strategies for you, and you have to learn how to do those things well. Because any one or two of those, when done really well, can provide a significant amount of opportunity and income for you. That's the third, is getting the right short game marketing strategies in place. And then the fourth thing that you need to do to have a successful business and make sales is you need to master a sales process that aligns with your values. If you haven't mastered a sales process yet, or you don't know what to do at all when you get on a sales call, of course, you're going to avoid booking calls. Or if you do book one, you're just going to make some kind of awkward pitch and it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable and you're not going to be sure what to do. You'll probably be lacking confidence and you won't get great results. But the moment you know how to sell with confidence in a way that aligns with your values and feels good for you and your prospects, whether they buy or not, everything else becomes easier. Trust me when I say this is the most important skill set of a successful coach and entrepreneur, is their capacity to sell. We, of course, teach our 10-step sales process, and learning that process and getting good at that and focusing on that skill set for me made all the difference in the world. It's why I went from a 1-client business that failed to a 3-client business 3 years later that failed to a $250,000 business 3 years after that. Now we've done millions of dollars in sales. We worked with over 1,000 clients. And it's because I learned how to sell. You need to learn how to sell too. You need to prioritize not only the skill set of sales, but also prioritize mastery over your own mind in regards to sales, transforming the way you feel about sales so that you can have a good and positive emotional energy and experience around it. That's going to remove resistance for you and for the other person. So I'm going to recap. These are the four things you must have in place. When you don't have one or more of these, making sales is very, very difficult. Once you have all 4 of these in place, even imperfectly, sales will become easier. And the more dialed you become in these 4 areas, the more success and the more sales and the more momentum you'll have. Number 1, the right mission statement. Number 2, an aligned signature offer. Number 3, you need to know how to attract and how to find and attract your ideal clients through short game marketing strategies. And number 4, you need to know and master a high integrity sales process. We talk more about these things and dive deeper into the mindset around these things and some of the strategy around these things in our live weekly masterclass. It's a training we run called Land More Coaching Clients. I would love for you to come to this free training. It's 90 minutes on Wednesdays, and I will be with you live on Zoom. I'd love to see you. I'd love to talk with you and interact with you there. It's a small group usually, and really help you dial in these 4 things a little bit further and specifically really get the mindset right around these different things. If you'd like to join us, you can go to landcoachingclients.com, www.landcoachingclients.com, and join us in the masterclass next week. It would be really fun to be with you for this experience. In fact, depending on when you're listening to this, if you're listening to this on a Wednesday morning, you might be able to join us today. We do this on Wednesdays, and it might not be too late for you to sign up for this week's class. So go straight there and join us. I hope this episode has blessed you. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you more soon. God bless you. See ya.